There are two kinds of people. One who are filled with confidence, faith and belief, and the other ones who are filled with fear, doubt and worries. The ones who are filled with fear, doubt and worries are the ones who do not take a chance because they fear failure. They rather take 2 steps back because that way they can anticipate what is going to go wrong and they'll be ready for it. And those who work with confidence and faith and belief in themselves are the ones who move forward because they are anticipating the best case scenario. Now these lines by Dr. Joseph Murphy changed my life forever. I had a speech disability where I could not speak or say the letter R for the 20 years of my life. It was not easy. I was getting teased a lot as a child. I was bullied because of it. I used to cry quite often. And this had a subconscious hold on me where I felt very inferior to everybody else because of this. It did not let me be at my best. And this impacted me in a very daunting way by keeping me in that inferiority complex for more than 20 years. But one day, I decided enough is enough. I am going to work on it and we have to fix this. I went to few speech therapists and they said that there is nothing wrong with you, Prashant. They checked my tongue and they said physically everything is fine. There is nothing that we can fix. I went to another doctor. He said the same thing. I went to another one. He said the same thing. And I got completely frustrated with the doctor and I actually became so angry and I shouted out loud saying that, can't you hear? I cannot say the letter R. And you're saying there is nothing wrong with me. I spent nights crying. It's been 20 years and I'm not able to say this letter and you're saying there is nothing wrong with me? There is something that is wrong that needs to be fixed. Why am I not able to say this one letter? It is frustrating. It's destroying my confidence. It's destroying my life. The doctor looked at me and said something which no one else had told me before. He said, Prashant, the sound of the letter R is not registered in your mind. That is why your tongue is not able to produce that sound. So there is nothing that we can do about it. It was something that had to be fixed when you were a kid. We can't do it now because there is nothing physically wrong to be fixed. I was extremely disappointed. And with that disappointment, I came back home. Now in that journey back home, I was constantly thinking about what doctor said. Because this was the first time someone had said something other than it cannot be fixed. He had told me that your mind has not registered that sound. That is why your tongue cannot make that sound. So there was something that I wanted to take out of that, something that I could do about it. So I spent days thinking about this because at least I had something in my hand now, something to work on. So one day I got an idea where I decided that I will write a list of words that have R in it and I'll ask my dad to record it on an audio cassette and I'll play it on a Walkman with the earphones and I will listen to that sound 24/7 for days, weeks, months together till my brain actually registers that sound, and one day I will be able to make that sound. With that hope, I did it. I went ahead and got the audio cassette recorded from my dad. I heard that sound for days and weeks together. But nothing changed. Nothing changed at all, and with every passing week, I was feeling more sad and I was feeling more disappointed and I was feeling more and more helpless. But somewhere I knew that I had to fix this. I had seen enough of this. I have to find a way out. There is something that I can do about this. That is when I accidentally got this book to read. by Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And I read these lines that men with confidence, faith, and belief move forward anticipating the best case scenario. With that, I started thinking, what else can I do? So now I got another idea. I thought that I have tried registering the sound in my mind by putting the earphones and hoping that my tongue will make that sound. Let me try the other way around. Let me actually work on my tongue to make that sound, hoping that it will register then in my mind. I had nothing to lose. I just wanted to give another shot. I saw a ray of hope because I had another idea, something that I had not tried. So this time, what I did was, I started speaking only in the letter R as much as I could, whenever, wherever I could, which was more than 10 to 15 hours in a day. So if I had to say, where are you going? I used to say, Rararu Rori. If I had to say, how are you? I used to say, Rararu. And this is not what I did with people. Of course, I did not. I did it alone in my room. I did it with my parents. I did it with few of my friends. I started speaking only in the letter R as much as I could. I did it for weeks. I did it for months. And then finally one day when I was in my room, my tongue moved up and it touched the palate. I could not believe myself. My tongue had moved up, something that I have been practicing and dreaming of for a very long time. I rushed outside my room. I saw mom was in the kitchen. I went to her and I was like, now my parents were equally involved in this process because they were thinking that I've gone mad because I used to make these sounds in the room. I used to speak only in R. I was trying multiple things. They were worried that I would probably go mad. So when my mom saw that tongue up, I could see tears rolling down her eyes. And I could not stop myself and I also started crying. But I could not let that tongue go. I had to still show Dad. She said Dad is on the roof. I ran up to the roof and I showed Dad that the tongue is up. My dad came down with me, and now was the time for moment of truth. It was time for me to drop it down and see if it will come back again. I was scared. I did not know whether I should do it because I had never seen this happen. This was a dream that had become a reality. But I was afraid to lose it because I did not know if it will happen again. Will I be able to do it? My parents convinced me to do it because that was the only way forward. So I gathered courage and I let it go. And then I tried it again. And with little bit of effort, with a little bit of push, it came up again. So now I could lift my tongue up and touch the palate. When I pushed myself to say the letter R, the sound still did not come out. There was still work to be done, but I had started progressing. My tongue touched the palate now. So I continued to practice for days and weeks, and I could make that sound. So R was a part of my life now. What seemed impossible, I achieved it. And this changed my life. Whenever I was in a situation where I felt I could not do something, whenever I felt I could not achieve it, these lines of Dr. Joseph Murphy came back to me about confidence, faith, and belief, and my experience of overcoming something that was termed impossible by doctors and experts. I made it happen. So today when I look back at my journey of life, the lines that sum this up beautifully are the lines by Nelson Mandela, which says, "It seems impossible until it's done." So ask yourself, what is it in your life that you have termed as impossible? What is it in your life that others have termed impossible for you, but you know somewhere deep inside that you want to do it, you want to achieve it? And then ask yourself, would you choose the path of confidence, faith, and belief and move forward? Or would you choose a path of fear, doubt, and worry and take 2 steps backward? The choice is completely yours.